We on? Yeah. Okay, looks like we're on. Hello, 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 and welcome back to something completely different. Uh, so this program is called Tabletopia. You can access it through Steam, which is how I'm installed it, or you can go through tabletopia.com, and I believe that gets you there too. Pardon me one second, I make sure this is set up correctly, and I don't want to be recording a dud. Oh, it looks like we're okay. Good. So the game I would like to show off today is Quacks of Quedlinburg, and you can easily find it by searching up Quacks. There aren't a whole lot of games that start with Quack. There are three different implementations for the expansions and such, but the only one that I know is in English is this first one, so that's the one that I'm naturally picking. You can quickly tell the English instructions, the setup in ENG, so that's where I would go if I were you. But let's get a room going. My focus here is not going to be teaching how to run Tabletopia, although obviously there is going to be a lot of time devoted to explaining. Oh man, I hit the wrong one. I'm gonna have to reload it. That's fine. There's going to be a fair amount of time devoted to explaining how much of this is Tabletopia doing and how much isn't, and what you need to do to get around the errors and what have you. So, if you don't know how to do this in Tabletopia, you'll get a tutorial. But my own focus is going to be on teaching specifically how to run this game. Finish. That's fine. Nobody gets a point. Back to lobby. Okay. My mistake was this drop down here can change it to an English setup, and clearly, as an English speaker, that would be my preference. So let's fire that up and let her rip. Okay, so Quacks of Quedlinburg. How does it work? Uh, the Quacks of Quedlinburg is a game where you are brewing potions, but you are not actually a real witch doctor. You are in fact a quack, and you and your fellow 1, 2, 3, 4 quacks each take potion ingredients out of your sack, put it into this pot, and try to brew a potion. If you do things right, you get points. If you do it wrong and your potion explodes, less good. Between each round of brewing, you advance point chips on the board, uh, and obviously the higher score the better, and highest score wins. That is the gross oversimplification. I'm going to take a moment to set up the way I recommend you guys do as well. By default, this thing has a 0 view. When you hit 0, it goes to this, and a 1 view where it zooms on your pot. I recommend hovering over the board, the center scoreboard and whatnot of the screen, and creating a camera view for 2, as well as click right, hold a camera view here over the shop for 3. I overwrote camera view 1. That was not good. Alright, so now I've got 2, 3. I need 1 again because I apparently killed my 1 view. That's no problem. So right click, camera view 1. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay. Let's. I don't actually have opponents to play with, obviously, right now. That's fine. You can imagine all of them doing roughly what I'm doing because the gameplay is simultaneous, which obviously speeds things up significantly as you scale player counts. There are 9 chips in this bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white chips. White chips are bad. White chips make you explode. They're cherry bombs. You can handle a few cherries. These, let me zoom in on this. These are the singleton, double, and triple value. So if I draw all 4 of these on one of these, still 7 or less, no problem. But if you draw an 8-point value, potion explode. You also have a green chip, a spider, and an orange chip of a pumpkin. So let's start drawing and let's see what this game's all about. So 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 4. So far we're safe. 5. If I draw the 3 chip, I blow. But the odds of that are so low, I'm going to risk it. Now, if I draw a 2 chip, well, I can't draw a 2 chip. I can only possibly draw a 3 chip. So it's 1 in 5. I take those odds. Good, we got a pumpkin. We are 1 square away from being on this really nice 9, and it's very tempting to risk it. If I hit another white chip, it's no problem. If I hit a green chip, it's excellent. If I hit the 3, it's bad. I hit the 3. It is bad. 1, 2, 3, and now my potion explodes. Okay, so actually this is good. You'll get to see what happens when a potion explodes and decide for yourself how bad it really is or isn't, because it's not the end of the world, but, you know, when you hear a potion explode, you assume it's the end of the world until otherwise. Quickly checking my recording. Okay, it's good. Okay, so we finished the phase of making potions. Meanwhile, our opponents have been doing roughly the same thing, so I wonder if they'll give me access to... Yep, they do. Okay, so for example, on his turn, he would have gone 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's still very much safe. He may as well push his luck. Here, he could stop and get the guaranteed bonus gem, or he could push his luck and try to get a higher score. I think one more push is very risky. It's 50-50 on exploding. Better to bank at this point, and that's what he'll do. So he would have done that while I was doing this, and now we would interpret what happens next. First, whoever didn't explode gets a shot at rolling this die. He has the highest distance from the board without exploding, so he rolls the die. Gets a spare pumpkin in his bag. Next, Next we check to see if there are green chips, black chips, or purple chips on the board. He has a green chip, but it's not at the end. Greens only apply... I may as well show you guys the story. What the green chips do, red chips do, black chips do, etc. is written right here. All green chip rules require it to be the last or second to last chip. Actually, let's ditch this book and stick with book number 1 for all of these, just for this playthrough. Stack these again. There you go. Cool. So, green chip. For each green chip that is the last or second to last chip in your pot, receive a ruby. Clearly that doesn't apply to me. I don't have a green chip. If I had 50-50'd and drawn and gotten the green chip, instead of this one, I could have stopped and had that effect. His green chip was early, so he doesn't get that either. Okay, so no effect from having a green chip for him. Cool. What's next? We check for rubies. I did not end on a ruby space. He did end on a ruby space, so congratulations. He grabs an extra ruby for his ruby sack. Next, we check for victory points. Now you'll notice that there's a victory points and a coins, I guess. I don't know what else to call this. Buying power spot. Because I exploded, I can't compete for the dice. That's 1. But also, I can't have both. But I can't still get 1. I'm going to choose to forego the 2 victory points to have 11 coins. And I'm going to use those 11 coins to buy the black chip. Now you can buy any of the chips that you like for the price listed. So 5, 10, 6, 10, 4, 8, etc. You cannot buy more than 1 of the same chip. And you cannot buy more than 2 chips total. So with 11 buying power, he could buy, for example, I could buy this, for example. And that would put me down to 1 coin left. But I am definitely going to choose this because black is a bit of a competition. If you draw as many black chips as the other player, if you draw more black chips than the other player, it does good things. And he at 9 coins can't buy this. This is a huge advantage to have an advantage in early. He will command 9 coins and a victory point. Remember, he didn't explode, so he gets to do both. 1 victory point and 9 coins. And where do you get 9 coins? Oh, wait, 9 coins. So to spend his 9 coins, he would check the board and decide what he likes. Maybe the most valuable thing is a 2-move spider chip. Maybe he considers it more valuable to have an orange-based strategy. I believe he got an extra orange chip somehow. I forget how. Did he? Oh yeah, he rolled a pumpkin. So this is already a boon. So maybe take this for 1 chip, 6, and this costs 3. So that's buying 1 of each, which is the maximum. Now he's beginning to build something of a combo. And that is a full turn. We advance the flame, and that's 1 round out of 9. 9 rounds, game over, and you check to see whose score is best. Before I gloss over things too much, I neglected to flip a card. I should have done that at the start of the round, so we'll start that next round. Also, these first, you can see there's a symbol here, a symbol here, and a symbol here. Special things happen on rounds 2, 3, and 6. On round 2, After round 2, you introduce the yellow book and add that to the market. So I'll do that here. Yellow chips are now active, and let's see what the yellow chip has to offer. If the previously played chip was white, put the white chip back into the bag. Whoa, healing. Very cool. Very, very cool. Alright, let's move on. There are a few more mechanics I have yet to discuss, but we will. I'm actually going to neglect to play out his turn anymore. As much as I quote-unquote should, I think it's going to be more illustrative to focus on just one player, since every player would be playing their own board. Alright, take these chips, shift select, unselect my flame, drop them in. Oh, I almost forgot. The last step here is to spend gems. You can spend 2 red gems to advance your flame marker, which obviously makes it easier to score well from then on. I don't have 2 red gems. Or you can spend 2 red gems to replenish a depleted flask. If I was playing him, he would 100% spend these right now, because he doesn't need to replenish a flask, and a +1 for every round forward in buying power is definitely going to pay off in the long run. So he's got a bag of 12, good to go. And let's go. We'll do this, unselect my blue, dump everything back in. Wow, I did not have that first round. So my bag has 3 chips I want to hit, and 7 chips I don't. Let's see what kind of luck I get. And go. Not the luck I need. It's a green chip anyway. 2 cherry bombs. Okay. 5 cherry bombs. Here I have to make a decision. I can let this ride. I can definitely draw more. But I also can flip the potion upside down to remove this and put it back in the bag. That's what the symbol white back into bag means. You can't use this if your potion is already exploded, but you can absolutely... Oh, wait. We forgot to flip a card. This is supposed to be flipped before we start. Beginning with a start player, if you stop without an explosion, drop to 5 chips from your bag. You may place one of them in your pot. Okay, cool, so it doesn't mess up. That only triggers, obviously, when you're done placing things. So I'm going to flip the potion here. Ditch the 3. Try again. Yes! Got my black chip. Super important. So now I've played all 3 of my high-value chips. Now I'm just looking to fill out the pot as much as I can. And 1, 2, 3. I've got 7. Literally impossible to draw without exploding. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to trigger this ability, which lets me draw up to 5 chips. I choose to play none of them, shockingly. And that's it. That's my turn. My opponent, of course, would get a turn. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that at the conclusion of his turn, he had managed to not explode and get all the way out to here. So he's got 11 coins and 2 victory points, let's just say. Alright, let's move on to the counting phase. And I hope you all are starting to see the flow of this thing and how it truly is really straightforward to play. I think that's one of its selling points, honestly, is how easy it is to learn. So he made it out to 11 and 2. I made it out to 11 and 2. Oh, dang, that was random, but it just happened to be identical. If you tie for furthest out, you both roll the dice. Obviously, if I had the advantage, he wouldn't and I would. I get 1 victory point. He gets a free ruby. Here's your extra ruby, sir. Alright, and I get a free victory point, so I'm now on the board at 1 as well. Okay, next, check for special ingredients. We're going to assume he didn't trigger, because he didn't. I have a green, but it's not at the end. I have a black. Let's remember what black does. I already know, but we will... There we go. If you draw as many black chips as the other player, advance your flame. If you draw more, advance your flame and get a ruby. Well, hey, guess what? I advanced my flame and get a ruby because you didn't have any. So let's do this, advance my flame, and go grab a ruby. Okay. Next up is the grab a ruby phase. Were we on a ruby? No, neither of us. So neither of us gets that. 2 victory points, so we'll both take that. 1, 2. And a 1, 2. Next, 11 coins. So, I'll purchase for myself. I really wish I had managed to get to 12. I could secure this. I do like getting something to remove bad gems with. That's hugely valuable. But you know what's better than that would be not drawing them in the first place. I could take a draw 2 for 10. I'm sorry, yeah, draw 2 and move 2. Versus if you happen to play this right after a bad gem. But at this stage, my bag is so full of bad gems. It's like 7 bad and 3 good. The odds are good this actually does fire every time. But if it does fire, it just puts it back in the bag, so it's not like it removes it from the game or anything. I think I want to buy 2 chips if at all possible to give myself more good things to hit. I'm not sure what to do here, so I'm going to go ahead and pay 10 and take this. I like the idea of drawing 2, digging for the right stuff, and this will synergize later no matter what I pick. So that's fine. Alright. Back to the middle, and that's just me tapping 3 and 2 to jump to where I need to be. Next, coins are spent, victory points are attained. Trade gems to move the flame or to flip the flask. Did I move the flame for a black chip? I don't think I did, because last turn I moved the flame by paying rubies. No, I didn't have enough rubies last turn. I do now. So I'm going to spend both these rubies for sure. The question is, do I spend them on flipping the flask back or advancing the flame? I actually will do the flame this time, and I'll just play this turn without a flask. Okay, advancing to the next round. We now add purple books to the mix. Normally I would take whatever's on top, but because I'm doing a teaching round or whatever, we'll just do book 1 for everything. The new purple gems say, for 1, 2, or 3, you will receive the bonus. For a singleton purple, you get 1 victory point. For 2 purples, you get a victory point and a red. For 3 purples, you get 2 victory points and an advance of the flame. Purple is super valuable. Alright, top of the round, flip a fortune card. The player with the fewest victory points receives 1 green chip. That would be both of us. So we both get a green chip, and it specifies a 1 green 1 chip, so it's not like you can just get the 4 for free here. Let's go ahead and build out your bag, sir. It matters. All right. Next round. Ditch the starter. Bag. And let's get rolling. 1, 2. Somehow I managed to close the bag. I guess we pull the string. There we go. Okay. 3. Ugh, this is bad. 1, 2, 3. Part of me. Oh, that was not my intent. I'm trying to move the pouch. Part of me thinks that I would be better served to just cut my losses. But the other part knows I could still hit so many valuable chips. I'm going to risk it. Okay, I go to 7. Any negative kills me. But there are only 3 negatives. I gotta take another shot at this. But with 10, I'm still short of buying purple. Yeah, I gotta take a risk. Boom! I drew nothing but white. I have no idea how I got so unlucky, but here we are. Boom, potion explode. Okay, he will definitely get the die roll here, not me. And it looks like he would have gotten 2 points off. Wait. Yeah, he would have gotten 2 points off of it. So, 1, 2. Let's also assume that he got a couple victory points for advancing his pot without exploding, but didn't get to buy anything. I got all the way to 11 and 2, so I'm definitely going to choose to bank coins only. I drew no good chips, and with 11 coins, it looks like a pretty easy pick here to take the draw 2 chip again. The alternative would be to kind of give myself more good draw options with a 6 and a 5. And this 6 will often function as a double as long as I have an orange down. No, ha ha ha, I'll take this one. Oh, we'll take the 10 pointer here, that's fine. That's fine. We did not land on a gem square, we didn't draw anything that gives me gems. This was in fact a really bad round for me. Statistically, probably a bad round. Okay, we advanced the flame, no special effect. New card. In this round, you may put back the first white chip that you draw into the bag. Very good, very good. Yeah, we'll take you up on that. Bye. Yes! Finally. Oh. Very good. 1, 2, 3. At 4 points, there's no reason not to keep pushing. We definitely draw one more here. I think we stop. Technically speaking, there's a lot of good stuff I could still hit. I could hit the yellow chip that would... No, did I ever take the yellow chip? I don't know if I took it. Anyway, there's 2 draw chips in here that I could hit. The reason I'm considering stopping here is I would trigger the green chip effect for being second to last, and I would have a gem. So I would get 2 gems right there, plus 3 from this. And decent... Yeah, we stop here. If I hadn't stopped... I would have been tempted to push one more time, and I would have exploded. So yeah, happy with that. Let's go ahead, roll the dice. Technically speaking, we have to compete with him, but let's assume he exploded for once. Oh! We didn't do rat tails. Okay, I'll explain rat tails next time. What else am I forgetting? Let's roll the dice, check the chips. We do trigger a green chip and a black chip. Black chip, we're still the only ones with it, so advance. And what else does it do? Get a ruby. And the green chip triggers, and I get a ruby. Now what? Now the buying phase and the points phase. So points-wise, my non-explosion is worth 2 points. He would have scored out 1, because we're assuming he got something, instead of getting coins. And for 13 coins, was it, that I was at? Yeah. I can pick up a lot of things. Let's pick up... Clearly we're all in on this type of chip we've seen 0 times. If I was superstitious, I wouldn't go for it again. I'm not superstitious exactly, but I think we take this. We'll take the lower scoring version of this, and then we'll take the 8 cost. So if 8 and 5 is 13 on the button, now we have an abundance of good chips to draw, and if we get our draw 2 chips, we'll have more options to hit. So this is all good stuff. Okay, what's next? Spend rubies to do good things. Yeah, we're going to recharge the flask this time. I'm tired of these rounds of low luck. And, oh, and we did land on a ruby tile, so we should get that ruby as well. Gem ruby, this ruby, and green ruby. Or, sorry, red ruby, green ruby, and that ruby. Okay. Deselect, reselect, dump in the pot, or in the bag. You'll notice that this advance... nothing happens, but next one we're going to be adding a white chip to the pot. Also notice how there's a rat tail between me and him? Well, that's a catch-up mechanic. Imagine that a player is so far behind due to bad luck and explosions on points. They would be 1, 2, 3 rats behind the leader. I'm 1 rat behind the leader. Well, as a way of saying congrats for your rats, before the round starts, you take out your rat stone and you put it 1 point ahead of me. Or in the case of the guys who's hypothetically far behind 3. Instead of starting from the flame, I now start from the rat. Let's flip a card and get going. Take 4 victory points or remove a white chip. God, it's so tempting to take the 4 victory points. I need this catch-up. But honestly, I'm sick of hitting all these white chips all the time, so we're going to remove a white chip. It has to be a 1 chip. There it is. Remove a 1 white 1 chip. Done. Okay. And let's get drawing. 1. 2. This one lets me draw 2s, and then potentially choose one if I'm interested. Yeah, we're gonna choose that one. 2. 5 total. Do we risk the 3? Hell yeah, we risk the 3. Do we hit the flask? I feel like we really need to make some forward progress this round. There's at least 2 more draws I can hit, so yes, I would love to... I can recharge this later. There's so many times I need to hit. I had to hit that one, and I did. 1, 2, 3. If we hadn't flasked, we would have exploded right now. But we did flask, so we didn't. There's only 1 2-chip that can blow us up out of 6 chips. That's a safe bet. We take those bets. Hey! We erased the 3-chip. Nice. Hey, we draw 1, and we can place it if we like. We definitely like that. Hey, we can draw 2, and we can place it if we like. So, this is interesting. I could choose not to place either of these. That's certainly an option. However, technically I don't explode if I place either of these. All of the chips that are left are probably white chips at this point, right? There's 6 white chips total. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. So now it's just a matter of which white chips do I want to draw and which ones don't I. If I go 1, 2, 3... If I play a 1, 2, 3, that pushes me to 19 coins and 5 points. Wait, did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 9, 5. Then I'll want to draw specifically a 1, and my odds of doing that will be 1 in 3, so that I can grab the ruby. That's not safe at all. That's a terrible plan. So instead, do I want to play the 2, go 1 further, or do I want to put them all back in the bag and have a 50-50 shot of getting a 1, specifically needing a 1-3 combo or a 1-1 combo? No, the best luck I'm going to have is to play 3. 1, 2, 3. And then to stop here rather than push my luck. So 19 and 5. If I had pushed my luck, I would have had exactly the perfect item. But I didn't, so I don't get that movie. Okie dokie. And, yeah, we've already decided that we're not playing our opponent at the same time. I wish I had an opponent. I would be so curious what they're doing right now. Let's count this up. First, assuming we're ahead with that play, roll the die, get a gem. Second, because 19 and 5 is pretty good. Next, we, interpret cards. There is a black in play, and since our opponent didn't even take a black, we absolutely move 1 forward and get a gem. We can also put the rat stone back in this stage. The rat ball. Okay. Then you see how important it is to take a black gem just to contest me? Like, legitimately, I would be doing that probably in his shoes, and at that point, it's like a bit of an arms race. How much do you want to focus on blacks? Because it's not just a matter of having them, you have to draw them. Okay, so we've interpreted the greens, there's nothing to do. 19 and 5, so let's start by giving myself 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let's give me 19 coins. Did we land on a ruby space? No. Yeah. So, 19 coins. We do need to start making more victory points, so it would behoove us to take purple here. 4-space jump is really nice. But I think everything else pales in comparison to the power of draw 4. So we're just going to take the draw 4. What's next? Moving the flame if we want, or recharging the flask. We have enough gems, so we're definitely going to do one of those. I vote for recharging the flask. Since I'm the only voter, that's definitely what's going to happen here. Okay. Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Okay. Flame advances 1. We get a fresh white chip to make our lives more interesting. Good thing we removed it the last one when we had the opportunity. Starting with 2s. Move your droplet 2 spaces forward or take 1 purple chip. Now, in this instruction set, purple chips give me victory points and gems, or double movement space if you happen to have 3 of them. I'd rather take the bird in the hand and move my double movement space right now than have a purple chip that may or may not pay off in the future. So, let's go for it. Open with 2. Pretty bad. Open with 2. Draw 2. Yeah, we'll play the 4. Heck yeah, we'll play the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to play the draw 1, but no, this is more important to get down as soon as possible. Wasted the yellow. 2. I'm debating stopping here. Don't get me wrong, 100% cannot bust if I don't. But if I do stop here, I get 1 gem for being on a green, another gem for being on a gem spot, another gem for being black. It's very good. But quad gems don't help me that much compared to just earning the dice roll if I push my luck. Yeah, we take our chances. Soon regret having taken my chances. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I blow up on a 3, exactly on a 3. There's 1 and 7. What are the odds? Now I blow up on more than that. Now I blow up on 2 and 6. What am I leaving on the table by not drawing? Leaving the plague skull that I have in there. And I think that's about it. I'm so tempted to just push. If I can get that gem, I'll be very happy. It's just 1 more tile away. There's so many ways to get it. I don't have any of my pumpkins out. Yeah, I'm going to risk it. Yes! Got the pumpkin. Alright, we're going to end here. 19.5 and a gem is just fine with me. Roll it up. Advance the flame. Very good. Good thing I didn't explode. Black interpretation. Moves. Also a gem. If you were one of my opponents on the left or right, you would absolutely need to buy a black right now to prevent this. What else? Greens are nothing. Alright, 19 and 5. Let's start by counting the 5 movement. And I get a gem for landing on a gem spot, I think, yes. Also 19 and 5, so we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 19. So let's go to the store. 19 points. How do we spend 19? We can take another quad draw. This stage, I'm considering it. No, I think we should take a purple gem. Every time I get it, I just get 1 victory point flat. That's really good. That plus another erasure might not be a bad idea. I think we take draw 2 to help us find the right ships, and the purple will take a singleton to try and get some points with it. Okay, we've got 18. We absolutely are going to spend 2 gems here. Not to recharge the flask, it's already charged, but to advance again. So we've made like 10 tiles advancement. That's what happens when you're playing unopposed and you have a black gem. It's a little cheaty-faced what I'm doing right now. I have no problem with that. Next card. The player with the fewest rubies receives a ruby. Well, that's... Actually, that might be me. I have 1. We both have 1, so we both get 1. Would be how the game would work, but... Yeah, obviously I don't have a point here, so I'm the lowest by default. Let's make sure we've advanced this. Let's start flipping. Oh my god, what a start. Draw 4, please. 1, 2, 3. I'm actually tempted to play the 3 on purpose, but nah, I'll have plenty of opportunity to just sweat it, because then I don't have to sweat the 3 for the rest of the round. But I have no guarantee that it's going to be relevant. The green does nothing here, actually. 2, 3, 4. That the orange doesn't, so I'm better off hoping that green comes up later. Okay. All of you go back in the bag, please. 1, 2. 2. I can choose not to play either of these, or I can choose to play 1. I think I play neither of these. There's going to be a better bet if I keep going with something else. There you go. This is going to count for a victory point when the game is done. 1, 2, 3. Man, how many times have I seen that 3? But because of all my draw effects, I haven't had to play it till now. Yeah, we do that. Well, no, we don't need to do that. We can draw something else. 2. So I would play that here if I played... No, sorry. It would... This is over here. This is 1, 2 out. If I play it here, and on a thing... Well, wait, my cherry bomb total is only 3? Oh man, let it ride, let it ride. Yeah, don't play either of these. See if we can't hit the black chip too before we're done. Alright, now the total's up to 4, but there are no 3s left to blow me. Now there are 5, so the 3s can blow me. The 2s can... No, wait, I'm not... Yeah, I'm upside, yeah. So there are 2 2s that can destroy me. There's 3 that I don't... There's a 1 that I don't care about. Or 2, and then there's a black chip that I really wish I could play to advance my flame further and get a ruby back, but it's not worth the risk. We stop at 23 and 8 points. Let's assume that he also managed to have a really good turn, and so there's no... Yeah, I'm not going to be rolling the dice here. So we ended at 23 and 8 points, right? Oh, I shouldn't have swept them because then I can't see the chips that were left. In any event, there was 1 purple, there was no terminal greens. Purple will give me 1 victory point for finishing there, so 1 victory point for finishing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for being on 23 and 8. We did not land on a gem square, so that doesn't trigger. Spend gems phase. We will spend both of our gems to advance the Sacred Fire. Nope, that was not good. I apparently somehow managed to grab everything on the board except what I wanted to. Okay, what were we doing here exactly? We're spending gems to move things? I think that's what I said. Okay, we forgot to buy things, so we need to spend 23 gems. Pretty straightforward. What we're going to do here is we'll take the 19, because I'm loving the draw 4 effect now, and the... just literally anything. Oh, we'll be fine. Let's just get this boy. Shift click, drag those back to my bag. Zoom in on the station. Oh wait, advance the flame, of course. So we're getting close to the end of the round. Let me double check the recording, see where my time's at. Looks like we're actually going to finish exactly at 45 minutes, but it looks like it's kind of fantastic. So the card, if you reach a scoring space with a ruby this round, you get an extra 2 victory points. Oh, nice. Even if your pot exploded. Ooh, very nice. Alright, there would be rat tails here, but probably for my opponent, given how far ahead I am. 2, wait, it starts here. 1, 2, let's draw 2 and take a look. Yeah, we won't pick that one. Ugh, this one should have been one further out, so. What's next? 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna flask that. Wish I had flasked that. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. I might think I'm too far. Yeah, that's 4. And we draw 4. We definitely saved the eraser. We can get the purple out of circulation, or we can play a dig 2. I'm a fan of dig 2 here. Yeah, we definitely played black chip here. Remember, this round in particular, we really want to land on... Yes! A ruby. Erasure fires. 1, 2. So it should be here, not there. Draw 2. Ironically, we're going to play this instead. Because I really want to get the purple down for 1 victory point. Now we get to decide, do we push our luck or do we hold back? If we end right here, we get 2 victory points bonus, so that's 22-9. If instead we push all the way through to 24-8, it managed to land exactly on it. It's exactly 1 extra victory point and 2 extra coins. It's tempting. The only reason I would push is if my opponent was close to beating me on the dice. I think I take my chances. I have only 4. What's the worst that could happen? That right there could be the worst that could happen. We're getting close to bust right now. No! Boom! We busted. Oh, hubris. We still landed here on the red gem, so we're still going to get 2 victory points. But our desperation to go 1 bit further costs us 8 or 24 coins. I actually am going to forego the 24 coins and the purchasing power and power up of my deck that could have ensued to get 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Also, I'm doing these out of order, but I should check the green. Nothing happens. Black, this advances and I get a ruby. Purple, I get 1 extra victory point just for playing purple. That. Alright, let's clean this mess up. Oh, we did land on a ruby, so we get that ruby too. And I'm going to use those rubies. I wish I could use them on the flask, but since I can't, I'll use them to advance this. And notice that this is the last round of the game, so that's why I set myself up with a flask to go out on. Alright, here it goes. All or nothing, make it or break it. Somehow I've managed to get the starting location all the way up to 12. That's just insane. That's higher than my first potion was. Just inherent value. Last card flip of the game. This round, every orange chip is moved 1 extra space. What? Oh, hey, there you go. 1 extra space. One, two, three. We got 4. I'm actually gonna flask that because I feel like I can do better. Yeah, we keep those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two. Oh wait, 2. 1, 2. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. See, this is why I flasked that 3. I knew I could get some kind of string of luck going eventually. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, do we play one of these 2s? Heck no, we can do better. Let's put all the cherry bombs away. We've already flasked the cherry bomb at this point, so. We're at technically still not explodable. Now we're at explodable, but only if we draw exactly the 3. That's 1 in 9. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, 1 free victory point more. I think the most I dare do is, oh, perfect. 1, 2, draw 2, and pick 1. Pick 1. Alright, now we're getting closer to death territory. That's 5 in the pot. 2. If I'd had an opponent, they would probably be pushing me to play risky. But since I don't need to play risky, I'm tempted to play it safe. 1 in 6 odds of exploding are not high, but I would lose 26 coins and 10. That's 5 victory points and 10 victory points worth of value. I would lose 5 victory points. So even if I manage to eke out this much forward momentum, it's only plus 1, 2 points at most. So we're going to hold it here. And we... Oh, we could have had a free ruby. The pain of it all. Alright, let's do our final round of counting, and we'll be done with the game. So, die flip. Let's assume we got it. Actually, let's assume we didn't, because he would have pushed his luck past 26, is my guess. Okay. Black-green interpretation. There is no black. There is a green. The green doesn't fire. It's too far into the pot. It needs to be at the end. Purple is there too, so we'll get 1 free victory point off of purple. Then we've got coins. Coins is good. Coins is 9 coins. Oh, wait, sorry, it's counting here. 10 coins, 26 points. So 10 coins in this last round. I'll zoom in so you can all see this. 5 coins is a point. So 10 coins is 2 points. 25 coins is 5 points. And 10 points is, of course, 10 points. 5 and 10 is 15 points in the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got to 52 points off of those. We can trade in gems for points, but we don't have any, or at least we don't have enough to make a difference, because I'm pretty sure it's 2 to buy 1 point. That's it. That's the interpretation of this and this and this and this. That's the game. So our final score was 52. And that's Quacks of Quedlinburg in a nutshell. It scales to more than 4 people. I've actually heard that this game can go to 6 or even 8 people as long as you have the chits for it. And as you can probably tell, it doesn't take a whole lot of practice to get the hang of. It's not a perfect skill game. There's definitely a lot of luck involved, and that's a downside from some points of view, but honestly, it makes for a fun party game, and that is what I want, a fun party. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.